was a large woman with a large purse and that had everything in it but a hammer and a nail. It had a large staple, and she carried it and simply across her shoulder. It was about 11 o'clock at night and dark, and she was walking alone when a boy ran up behind her and tried to snag her purse. The straps broke with a single tap tug. The boy gave it from behind that, but the boy's weight and the weight of the purse combined caused him to lose his balance. Instead of taking off the full balance as he had hoped, the boy fell on his back and on the sidewalk, and his leg fell up. The large woman simply turned around and kicked him right square in the blue jean sweater. Then she reached down and picked the boy up by his shirt front and shook him until his teeth rattled. After the woman said,
"Pick up my pocketbook, boy, and give it here."
She stood right behind him tightly, but she bent down enough to pin him to stood and picked up her purse. Then she said,
"No, now, ain't you ashamed of yourself?"
Firmly grabbed by his shirt front, and the boy said,
"Yes."
The woman said,
"What did you want to do it for?"
"I didn't aim to."
"You a lie."
By the time 2 or 3 people passed, stopped, turned and looked and stood and watched.
"If I turn you loose, will you run?"
"Yes."
"Then I won't turn you loose."
"Lady, I'm sorry."
Your face is dirty. I got a great mind to wash your face for you. Ain't you got nobody home to tell you to wash your face?
"No."
Then it will get washed this evening.
A large woman started up the street, dragging the furred boy right behind her. He looked as if she was 14 or 15, fell winded in the tennis shoes and blue jeans.
You ought to be my son. I would teach you right from wrong. Least I can do right now is wash your face. Are you hungry?
"No. I just want you to turn me loose."
Was I bothering you when I turned that corner?
"No."
But you put yourself in contact with me. If you think that a contact is not going to last a while, you got another thought coming. When I get through with you, sir, you're going to remember Mrs. Luella Bates Washington Jones.
Sweet dropped out of the boy's face, and he began to struggle. Miss Jones stopped, jerked him around in the front of her, but half of the nails about his neck continued to draggle him up the street. When she got to her door, she dragged the boy inside, down a hallway into a large kitchen furniture room. At the rear of the house, she switched the light on and left the door open. The boy could hear the other rooms louder and talked in the large house. Some of their doors were open too, so he knew he and the woman were not alone. The woman still had him by the neck in the middle of her room.
What is your name?
"Roger."
Then, Roger, you can go to the sink and wash your face. Let the water run until it gets warm. Here's a clean towel.
"You gonna take me to jail?"
Not with that face. I would not take you anywhere. Here I am trying to get home to cook me a bite to eat, and you snatch my pocketbook. Maybe you ain't been to your supper either, late as it be, have you?
"There's nobody at my house."
Then we'll eat. I believe you're hungry or been hungry to try to snatch my pocketbook.
"I want a pair of blue shoes."
Well, you don't have to snatch my pocketbook to get some suede shoes, said. You could have asked me.
"Ma'am."
The water dropped from his face, and the boy looked at her. There was a long pause, and very long pause. After he dragged his face, and not knowing what else to do, he tried to do along again. The boy turned around and wondered what next. The door was open. He could make a dash for it down the hall. He ran. The woman was sitting on the bed. After a while, he said,
I were young once, and I wanted things I could not get.
There was another long pause. The boy mouth open. Then he, for not knowing, he knew.
You thought I was going to say, but didn't you? You thought I was going to say, but I didn't snatch people's pocketbooks. Well, I wasn't going to say that. I have done things too. Wish I could not tell you, son. Neither tell God. If he didn't already know everybody's got something in common, so you don't sit down while I fix us something to eat. You might run that comb through your hair so you will look presentable.
In another corner of the room behind the screen was a glass plaque and an icebox. Miss Jones got up and went behind the screen. The woman did not watch the boy to see if he was going to run now, or did she watch her purse, which she left behind her on the daybed. But the boy took care and sat on the far side of the room, away from the purse, where he thought she would easier to see him out of the corner of her eyes if she wanted to. He didn't trust the woman, didn't trust him. I didn't want to be mustard now.
Do you need somebody to go to the store? Asked the boy. Maybe to get some milk or something.
Don't believe I do, unless you just want sweet milk yourself. I was going to make cocoa out of this canned milk I got here.
That will be fine, said.
She heated some lime beans and ham she had in the icebox and made the cocoa and sat at the table. The woman did not ask the boy anything about where he lived or his folks or anything, and else what would imagine him. Instead, as he ate, she talked to him about her job in a hotel beauty shop that stayed open late. What the work was like and how all kinds of women came in, out, red fans and Spanish. Then she cut him a half of her can.
Eat some more, son.
When they were finished eating, she got up.
Now here, take this $10 and buy yourself some blue suede shoes, and next time do not make the mistake of latching onto my pocketbook, nor nobody else's, because shoes got devilish ways, will burn your feet. I got to get my rest now, but from here on out, son, I hope you'll behave yourself.
The boys wanted to say something or then.
Thank you, ma'am.
To Miss Louise Bates, Washington Jones, but allowing his lips move, he couldn't even say that he was turned as the foot of the bearing stool looked up at the long lady in the door, but she shut the door.